Hi guys, in this video we are going to solve the problem which is Leetcode number 560 subarray sum equals k. So what is the problem states? Given an array of integers nums and an integer k, return the total number of subarrays whose sum is equal to k. A subarray is a contiguous non-empty sequence of elements within an array. So you need to understand the definition of the problem. So what is subarray exactly? Subarray is nothing but the contiguous elements. This complete portion can be called as an subarray. The single element can be called as an subarray. These two elements can be called an subarray. But this one here from there and this one from here cannot be called as a subarray because the contiguous elements can be called as a subarray. So what is the problem states? The problem states the subarray sum must be equal to k. So in this video, we are going to solve this problem in a very brute force approach instead of using the hash map. Uh, yeah. So what is a very brute force approach? It's like loop into this array, which is loop into this array, which is I and j equals to, and we are using nested loop inside of it, and that equals the O of n square. So we just take the two variables, which is count and target, and as the sum is equals to k, then we increase the count, and this target number uh, can be add up to the summation of those array of numbers. So let's start doing this. Int count equal to, sorry, integer total. Just put it as total. Now just loop into this. Now we take instead of j equal to 0, we take j equal to I, because once if you start summing up a number, then after the loop is completed, we are not going to come again from the 0 when I equal to 1. We start from here itself. When I equal to 1, the j is also start from the 1. So because it's going to count all the subarrays, that doesn't give us any exact value, because we wanted to test this this both, and we want to test these three, and even if there are more elements beside of it, we could have just taken, you know continuously going like that. And the next loop, when we are coming, instead of taking these two, we just start from here, because we already done previously this both. So what's the point of doing again this? So that is the reason we have to put j equal to I. J plus plus. Now we are going to add the sum into the total. Okay, so how? Now we need to check if the total double equals to k, then we increase the count. Otherwise, just leave it. After the loop is completed, because we are going to check this two. This two already we had the count is 2. Then it's going to add from these three, because after this loop is completed, when if I equal to 1, we want the target should be 0, because we have to make a total should be 0, because we already completed one loop, and we don't want to increase the number. Okay, and we don't want to, because if we put total, uh, put as it is, as a sum, then it's going to adding up the numbers until I loop comes to the at the end of an array. All right. So that is the reason we have to make total is zero after the J loop is completed. Then we just simply return the count. Yeah. So this how we are going to solve this problem. And yeah, there is a other way we can use hash map. It's a very bitty, tricky problem. And you have to start with this approach. Then if he asks, the better solution, then you could go with the hash map. We're going to discuss in future videos regarding the hash map as well. So for right now, this is how we're going to solve the brute force approach. And thank you so much.